Good morning, dear students. Welcome back. I welcome you all to the second part of the lesson Cell, the basic unit of life. In the previous video, you have learned and observed how to observe the onion peel cells and human cheek cells under the microscope. Now, in this video, you will be learning about a very important and significant discovery, that is observation of nucleus. The discovery of nucleus inside the cell was a very remarkable observation done by Robert Brown. Among different parts of cell, the nucleus is the most well-known part and very important part. Before Robert Brown, different scientists like Felix Fontana also observed the nucleus in the skin cells. But in 1831, it was announced that Robert Brown observed the integral part of the cell, that is, nucleus, in the orchid leaves. Brown noticed a circular spot that was slightly more opaque than the surrounding areas. He noted that similar structures were present in other cells as well, and he named that part as nucleus. So after his discovery, that is after 1831, around 150 years after, different scientists observed the Robert Brown's discovery, that is nucleus, and they made different observations and findings and discovered So this is what Robert Brown observed under the microscope. So the parts of that observation, the small dark spotted structures, are called nucleus. Now let us see an activity, how to observe nucleus in the onion peel cells. So as before only you know how to prepare the slide to observe the onion peel. You need to peel the inner membrane of the onion once again. Keep it on the slide, and now you have to add 1 or 2 drops of stain. Stain is a chemical substance which gives color to the different cell parts. So now you have to add 1 or 2 drops of crystal violet or methylene blue stain. If the stain is not available, you can also add red or blue ink. After adding that, you have to keep it for 5 minutes, and after that you have to wash it with water, and the extra stain you should remove by using filter paper. Then cover the tissue with the cover slip and observe under the microscope. So when you observe under the microscope, you can see the darkly stained bodies. Those are nothing but the nucleus. Along with the nucleus, you can see the cytoplasm and also cell wall of the onion peel cells. Now let us see how to observe the nucleus in the human cheek cells. So as you observed the cells in the human cheek cells in the previous activities, in the same manner you have to scrap the inner lining of your cheek and stain them with methylene blue or crystal violet. Then you have to prepare a slide and you need to observe under the microscope. So in this manner, you can observe the nucleus in the human cheek cells. So if you observe in this picture, the darkly stained body is nucleus in the human cheek cells. You can also see the cell membrane. So when you compare the onion and cheek cells, the nucleus which is present in onion cells and the human cheek cells, both the structures are darkly stained. Tiny darkly stained bodies you can observe inside the cells. But there is a small difference between the location of the nucleus. The location of nucleus in the onion peel cells will be to one side of the cell. But in the animal cells, that is in the human cheek cells, the nucleus will be in the middle of the cell. So these are the small differences you can find between the onion cells and the human cheek cells. Coming to the functions of the cell membrane, cell wall and nucleus. These are the typical parts basic parts which are present in a plant cell or animal cell. So if you see the boundary of the cheek cells, the boundary of the cheek cells will be cell membrane. It gives the shape of the cell, and the cell membrane allows only certain molecules to pass in cell. Such type of property is called selectively permeable. You will be reading about this property in your higher classes. In the plant cells, that is, when you are observing the onion peel cells, you can observe another layer over the cell membrane. That layer is nothing but cell wall. Cell wall is present only in the plant cells. It is absent in animal cells. The cell wall gives rigidity to the cell. And in both the cells, you can find a dense round body called nucleus. So, this nucleus is called the control room of the cell because it is very important in controlling the activities which are going on inside the cell. So, along with the nucleus, a jelly-like substance is present inside the cell which is called cytoplasm, and there are membrane-bound small structures called as cell organelles which are very complex chemicals. So these are all the typical parts. So finally, the cell is a structural and functional unit of all living organisms. This is the end of part 2. We'll meet in the next video, children. Thank you.